Hi, everyone. I am here. Let me just check the settings. All right. I made it. I made it home. There's only a few of you here, so I might just make this a quick one because it's been a long week and a half for me. So I may just do the ones that sign in, see if anybody comes in the next 30 minutes or so, and then I'm out. And I'll recollect myself this week and have everything back on schedule. So that's what I'm going to do. So I got my loyals here. And so I'll wait for you guys. Hi, Angel Eyes. Let me see. I know I had Emma did come in first and you were second. So I'm going to go ahead and do you guys' read-ins and then probably call it because it's been a long journey. And there's only so many of you signed up for this one. So, and I was just on Thursday. So I will just make it a quick one. But I hope you guys are doing well. I made it. I can't believe how long of a trip that was. I'm here for a bit and then I'm gone again. So who knows where I'll be going next. But I am okay. Yeah, I'm being a little bit quieter because I'm at my family's house and they're in the other room and I don't want to be super loud. So that's why I sound a little bit lower. Nervous here. Can't wait till date. Are you in Florida right now? I thought you were in South Carolina. Oh, welcome to Florida. Nervous here. Can't wait till date. Got you. Okay. I thought you were here and you were dating. That's what I thought, in South Carolina. All right. Let's see. All right. Yeah. So that's why I'm just being a little bit low. I feel like I'm being like, let's whisper, you know. All right, Emma. We're going to start with Emma. So I met with Ez on Friday for coffee after time away with minimal contact. He is on a men's mood and is drinking. Oh, you're dealing with and that's an energy itself. You know that. Energy was bad and I felt ill when he left. He told me he was going holiday with his wife and I realized I was done. Told him that he should come clean. He has been living for a lie for months. But if he carries on this way. Oh. Yeah. All right. I'll check. But the thing is we can't change anybody. And that's the law. We cannot change anybody. We can only change ourselves. And in this case, like you're going through the storm, you're going, but you can't change them. Nothing you say or do to them in the 3D reality. And that's where we make the mistake when we're manifesting. And it's a tough road to travel because you really have to separate yourself from the reality of what's going on and just go within and be like, this is, I'm living in the now of having my desire. And it's a very disciplined, it really is a very disciplined, manifesting gets thrown around so much, which is why, like, people come to me and I'm like, I teach it as it is. I do it. I know how difficult or how disciplined you need to be to get what you want. And I've had some amazing journeys, amazing things happen. And I've learned the hard way on certain things. And I've learned, the easy way on other things, on how quickly to work with manifestation. And it's like, my channel, my life, my journey is all more about learning about manifesting, not about my channel, not about my journey. It's about learning to the power of my mind. which is what I've been doing for the past few years, ever since that sort of trauma explosion I had. It was like I wanted to have control over my world, and I wanted to understand my mind and how everything worked. And it's not something that you can just do for a week and then go test the waters. You've got to have ultimate faith in this process. And every time we try to manipulate the 3D reality, the law of karma kicks in. There's always a reaction, an action, a cause and effect. There's always. And when our ego gets in the way because we think that we can speed things up or change things, we create more resistance when something could have happened already if we just stayed true in our mind and didn't get sucked down the rabbit hole. So now, like, you're living in the end of him still having a story he has to work through. Whereas your ultimate end was you two together and healthy. That's the state you need to stay in nonstop 24/7, no matter what shows up for you. No matter what shows up for you. You've got to stay true to your desire until you feel it to be true. Anytime you try to poke at the beer, you're going to create some sort of reaction that you did not want to manifest, and it's going to your emotions get involved, and then you get triggered, and then you lose faith, and all the work that you've done feels like it's been undone. And that's what happens when you're manifesting, especially an SP, one that you already have a story with. It's a very difficult, depressing, nearly almost like can create nervous breakdowns when you're doing this if you don't learn how to separate from the actual situation. This, like, you already are like, I'm done. You like said, I'm done. So you put in this scenario, in this reality, you have put a block. You put a block where it didn't need to be. And you put a block there. Now there's a block. And now the only way to move forward is to absolutely forget about everything that just happened. Go back into no contact, stay away, and decide if this is really what you want. Again, back to the drawing board. Because you keep getting in your own way. Nobody else is getting, the manifestation isn't not working for you. It is working for you. You keep getting in your way. And until you figure out what it is that keeps getting in your way, you're going to keep getting in your way. But you cannot change S. So going back to the drawing board, you're going to have to completely brainwash yourself to completely forget about everything that just happened and do not manifest from that point. So don't go back into your visuals manifesting that now you have contact again. You do not want to go back to that point. You want to forget that ever even happened. And you can't test it in the 3D now. Because somewhere it did, you have to put it over here, and on the floor, now you have to work with the new story. But you can't, if you go and try and act the new story out in reality, that's where people are going to be like, what the hell, you going crazy? So you've got to completely detach from everything that's happened and not manifest from that standpoint. So let's see what cards I get to see where this is at. And that's a really toxic combination that you're working with that energy. I wouldn't even want to have contact with that energy right now because It's not the energy that you want to see them in. It's not a very good place. And you're not going to be able to push somebody out of that state. All right, we've got the intuition card here. So you know what that means. In the crown chakra, like you got to connect. You got to connect to your third eye, and you got to connect to the universe, and you've got to start really connecting and creating and understanding that level. We got deception and envy showing up for you right now. You got the 2 7s here. So right now there's definitely an energy of the 7 of swords. There's a lot of like deceiving yourself, deception, and what's happening is it's also manifesting within you. How you feel about this situation, the dishonesty, the deception, all that stuff is manifesting in you. But we got the 6 of Cups, so we do see a possibility of a reconciliation. But if you, like, what I'm going to say is you got to transmute this 7 of Swords. The guilt is eating you up alive. The deception is eating you up alive. The 7s of Swords is taking control of your mind, which is taking control of the whole entire situation. Law of karma. You know that's how it works. You reap what you sow, you manifest what's going on within you. And if you're feeling this way, you're going to see it on the outside. And it's showing back up, and it's frustrating you, and it's making you angry because it's made you feel so much guilt and you feel dishonest. So that is your block. That is what's eating you up. Let me see your second one. I know a couple of people just popped in. Hi, everybody. We haven't seen Varian Red Band in a while. All right. So my Cancer reading resonated with a lot of people this week. I don't remember what it necessarily said, but I asked him to come clean. Yeah. That's really a big one to ask somebody, to do, and in a situation, and that's a really difficult situation to be in. Oh, the members upload, I don't know what I did. I think I deleted it on accident when I was deleting a couple of videos. And a couple of you said something, but I have it on my StreamYards. I'll download it, and I will re-upload it. And yeah, we're looking at the retreat in January in Hawaii. So, all right. So, should you get out dating again? Is there someone out there for this lady? Back to the manifesting. Yeah, I think it was pretty close to 3,000 miles I drove because I went a long way. I took a long route. All right. So anybody new coming towards Emma, and should you get a... Hi, Renzo. I'm in Florida. No, just kidding. Look at me. Spiritual union. So you got a yes, right? Look at this light shining, and look at this justice card. So the answer is yes. I think you should get back out there and date. I think that look, I can't tell you the truth about manifesting and how long it takes and how many different things, and there's certain avenues we all take, right? Because we all have our own blocks. But the thing is where you're at with this right now, if you don't, I feel personally, this is a personal opinion. This is a personal opinion. This is not tarot. This is just coming from experiences and things like that. If you don't disconnect from this right now for the time being, they're in a very unhealthy state, and there's been a lot of friction. Like anything right now added more to this is going to make it blow up even more into a tower moment. Separating completely, going back to the drawing board, and what you can do is manifest S or someone better, but you can stay open to another person. So you can still go out there and date and manifest your person. Because you know what I mean? Like you can still, you know exactly your spirit, your higher self, you stay true in the situation, but you just stay open to S or somebody better. And you got the spiritual union card, the yes card, the sun card, the light card, and you've got the justice card. So you're getting yes. There could be a Libra. There just could be somebody that you have mutual attraction for out there for you. All right, let me put in the new people. Hi, Reshma. I have Gail. Reshma. Yeah, because it's kind of like tearing you down right now, and I think that you need a little bit of boost in confidence. All right. Angel eyes. And I have Kelly, but I don't see a question, Kelly. Hi, Kelly. I don't see a question for you though, so I need your question in the chat well. Yes, Reshma, I'm doing great. I just drove cross country. Took me about a week and a half, but I'm here. I'm here now. All right. Paola. Ooh, should I buy a new car now? I've been thinking the same thing. I've been like wanting to close this chapter, but it's my car that I've had for 7 years. And I'm like, is this chapter closed now? Do I need to sell it? And so I'm pondering that too. Your radio shortened. Hi, Naz. I'll be getting to you everybody's readings also this week. I had a shitload of people do readings, and I'm still waiting on people to email me their information. If you did send for a personal read, you got to make sure, not you, Naz, I know your email, but that your email is attached to it, a correct one, because otherwise, or it'll go to your junk mail. Should you buy a new car? Let's see. Should you buy a new car? Mine's a Camaro. It's nice still too. It's really nice. And it's only highway miles. I've got a VW. A Maserati. I wouldn't mind one. It'd be kind of cool. Firm foundation, you get the number 4. So I am seeing a milestone. I am seeing yes. The 4 of Wands can be like a milestone. It's time, like a new celebration, a new home, new car. So you are getting a yes right out the bat. And we got prosperity begin, Ace of Pentacles. So that's a new purchase. So you're getting a yes for that. All right. And you got the 2 here. I mean, the waiting game is sort of the 2 of Wands. Like you're at a crossroads. All right. So you got to make a decision. You know, or get out of your comfort zone and go for it is what that's saying. Get out of your comfort zone and go for it. Can someone else? You can manifest to make the payments. You know how to do this. You got this. How will the connection go with Leo? How do you want it to go with Leo? I've got an M3. Insurance is a commitment on it. What's an M3? Is that a Maserati? I don't even know. I don't even know what that is. I saw Joe Rogan's car, and I thought that was pretty nice. I don't know what the hell it is, but lease. I thought about that. But it's a it's a BMW sports car. How is the connection gonna go with Leo? Well, I got transformation card, so I get the memories of love, mutual attraction, right? But I've got your trapped in fear again. You got your limiting beliefs showing up here again. And we got the shadow sides being triggered. So it looks like you've got attraction here, but it can go either way, a quick ending or a new beginning. And you've got trapped in fear, and you got the shadow side coming up again. So it's like you may let your anxiety get the best of you again. What happens if you have any kind of fears from past relationships? They're going to show up for you every time you go on a date. Every time you go on a date, you're going to get more anxious. When you get anxious, it's your nervous system, because there's something triggering something inside you that says the same thing is going to happen that happened before. So your anxiety gets you overwhelmed, and your anxiety about the situation, it gets you to be overly anxious and insecure when you don't need to be. And it's showing that could happen again here with Leo. So you got the 6 of Cups. It's showing a possibility of a friendship growth, something here that'll grow. And we got trapped in fear and shadow. Like you're probably wondering about a second date already, and you haven't even made it to the first date, and you've already thought about every case scenario since you have a date. What if you just wouldn't have thought about anything, and then the day comes and you just go on a date and it turns out absolutely amazing, and you didn't set any expectations, or you didn't create any stories that could happen? Because most of your stories are built from fear. You're getting way too anxious over coffee and meeting people and putting too much weight on it. And I think that it's becoming so triggering for you that it's a 50-50. It's a 50-50. It can be, yeah, you got to focus on that. You got to focus on, you got a date on Friday. Who gives a shit? You got a date on Friday. Of course they want a second date with you. Why wouldn't they want a second date with you? You've got to forget about the past, but you can't repeat the same shit. Yeah, you got a date today. So what? I'm going out tonight with somebody I'm meeting for the first time. I may or may not like them. I don't give a shit if they like me or not. How about that one? How about you're going to see if you like this person instead of will they like me? Right? Switch it. I'd focus on lip moisture. You're interviewing them, right? I mean, they're interviewing you, but in your world, you're interviewing them. All right. All right, so I'm just going to do who's here now, and then I'm going to end it. Because it's been a long journey. All right, just wanted to get on here and show my faith. You're welcome. Let me know how it goes. All right, Alyssa. All right, Alyssa. Yes, my travels went well. Thank you. Let's look at your energy for the week ahead. What's coming towards you? Yes, welcome back. Thank you. I am back for a little bit until I figure out wherever Spirit's sending me next. All right, what's the week ahead look like for Alyssa? The week ahead. Yeah, let me put the I know this is questions closed, but I've been like thinking about ending doing these things anyways for a while now, and they seem to be dying out anyways. So I I may I stay because there's so many of you that do like it so much that. But let me see. Suffering in silence. What's going on in your head? Crown chakra. Connect to spirit. There's something going on in your head. You're dealing with some extra anxiety this week, and you've got the crown chakra in the universe. You've got to have faith and trust in the universe with whatever's going on this week. Dealing with heartache and loss. I'll take one more, M11. Dealing with anxiety, separation anxiety. Dealing with grief, feeling sad, feeling heartbroken. I get boredom and discontent. Like you feel stuck, not sure what to do. It's just a mental state. It's just a mindset. I hate being bored. I hate feeling stuck. And then I start to focus on, it's when you go down the rabbit hole and you start focusing on everything that could possibly be wrong. And there's love around you, Maybe you just need to shake up out of your energy. Maybe you need to go somewhere different. Manifest something different. Look at the bigger picture. What is it that you really want? Yoga is amazing. I do see 3 of Wands, so you'll move past this week. There is some sort of recognition or something you've been waiting on showing up for you. So if you have anxiety over something, it does show that it's coming in for you. It's on the horizon, maybe more towards the end of the week. You got the 3s here. That's like the 3 of Wands. So something you've been waiting for, it's right there. It's like it's almost here. You've been playing the waiting game here, and I've got the 6 of Wands. So I'm seeing some good news coming in for you regarding the situation. So this could be work related. There could be some change there. You do have the transformation card here, the death card. So it's like a new beginning, ending, new beginning type of energy, change. But I feel like mentally, you may be getting caught up in ruminating and things like that with out of boredom of waiting for something. I have trouble with staying present, so I want to practice. Yeah. Hypnosis, guys. Like out of all my practices, the things that I've done that have worked the most for me is hypnosis. Affirmations. I drain my mind in information that keeps me in the present moment. That whole entire road trip, I didn't listen to music at all. All I did was listening to audiobooks about the topics that I wanted to program. All the things I want to listen. I embody my whole entire everything I listen to. The only thing I screw up on is I scroll social media sometimes, YouTube shorts, and I get lost in some of the BS on YouTube. And next thing you know, I've done all this work before I go to bed, and then I'm sitting here scrolling till 3 o'clock. This is in the hotels though, scrolling and all the jokes and all the funny guys dancing, and then some of the stupid political things that are going on and blah blah blah. But I fill my head up with that stuff. But for the most times, the entire drive, I embody my mind. I am so determined and so disciplined to be master creator and controller of my thoughts, my world, that you have got to immerse yourself in it. Yoga is a very good way to get into being mindful and connecting. Um, but now I know that I can do it without even, I can do it not, I can make myself do it any moment. When you understand more about your mind, your subconscious mind, and your conscious mind. Need more. I've overdosed on podcasts. Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's like I go back and forth right now. I'm overdosing on podcasts and books, reading. Well, I do audiobooks. And then I go on my music binges. All right, let me see. All right. Let me just do a couple more. Let me finish these up, and then I'm gonna go. I want my next question to be what tarot is true. No, I need a question. I know whatever comes out is meant for a highest good, because that's kind of what just happened. So let me see. Because that's kind of what I just did. I think that last reading kind of came out like the first one. So what do you want for the second one? Is there something that triggered? Because it's kind of like the same two questions. And all right. Think of a, well, you got to the end of think of something by the time I get to the end, or I'll send it back. Because it's kind of like what I just said right now. And I, I don't like making up questions for people. That takes me on like a wild ride sometimes. Sometimes I can do it, but I feel kind of put on the spot right now. Let's see. Gail, let me see. What was your question? Just let me know by the end if you, Gail, did I get a question from you? All right, that's Gail. Max and I reconnected last weekend. Is it a good idea to let him back into my life? Let's see what the cards say. Well, I can see a lot of love between the two of you, but you guys trigger each other like crazy. You have a lot of good memories, but there could be issues over commitment and foundation. And I don't know if you have a child together or whatever, but I'm getting think about it. You're bringing back in a lot of um You guys trigger each other. You guys trigger each other a lot. So, and it might not be stable. You got the Pisces hanged man. So it's getting, you may, look at this from, take a step back. Take a step back and you think about this. Is it worth it? I can see that there's a lot of love, but the memories of love, a lot of good times together, maybe you have a passion together, really great sexual chemistry together, but there seems to be struggles with commitment and a solid foundation. So you may be repeating a pattern with this person. So it's like you've got the Pisces hanged man and you've got the Four Swords. Maybe taking a step back and asking yourself, is this what I want? Is this really good for me? Is anything going to change? Because it looks like it's going to be a repeated pattern. All right, let's see. Reshma. I don't, guys, I don't know where you're getting these things, like channeled messages from Azar. I don't do like that kind of stuff. There's different tarot readers that do different things. I come from a manifesting coaching standpoint. I read the tarot and I give you advice according to manifesting, but I don't channel messages from people and spirits. I don't do that. I channel what it comes through from the universe and God, divine, my higher self. So I can send that back to you as well too. Unless you have another question you want me. Do you want to know if I pull a thought energy around it? Thoughts, feelings, intentions? Okay. Let me see the energy around the two of you, the energy around them. I got the Six of Cups too. It just flew out. So it does seem like there's memories, reminiscing, love between you, mutual attraction, some sort of growth here between you guys. You got victory and success here too. So you got the sixes. So I'm seeing a balance here or some sort of good news or love coming in. And I got the Three of Wands. So I'm seeing a partnership. Are you guys working things out or trying to work things out? Or you waiting on news of working things out? Because if you're waiting on some news to come in or reconciliation, it looks like you guys will work things out. You got the Six of Cups, the Six of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. Hi, Jake. All right, so those are your cards. Those are pretty good cards. You got the derivatories of 3. You know what the hell I'm trying to say. 366. So definitely a possibility of coming together. There's mutual attraction, good news coming in if you've been waiting on it. The Empress card, sexual attraction. All right. Yeah, I'll dig into, I'll finish the derivatives. Thank you. Derivatives. All right. Yeah, so I'll be digging into all the personal reads this week. It was affecting me not staying on schedule this week and not coming on live. And so I chose to come on live today, and I just didn't want to not show up again. It seems to screw with me. All right. So you got a spiritual union. You got the Two of Cups. Have a great rest of the day too. Moving on. I got moving on to true love. So it seems like your energy's shifting. This is what you're focused on. So I haven't got to your read yet. I haven't even read your email yet. I've got so many. It was like everybody was like emailing me when I was on the road. But your energy, your spirit is sending you towards a new spiritual union. You're being so pulled towards the light, a new way, the dawn, coming out of the darkness. It's been my thing this week because it's been in the books I've been reading, right? From the dawn into the light, the darkness to the dawn. That's it. All right. That's where you're being pulled, the Six of Swords. You're ready to move on. You're so ready to move on that it's starting to, like, you know, it was like when I was traveling, it's like when I was working with the shaman, she was like, whenever you feel an energy of you just got to go, you got to listen to it and you got to go. When you go somewhere, you'll figure out whether it was the right thing. Maybe you'll go back. But when you hang on, it just gets worse. It gets worse and worse and worse. So when you're ready to move and you cling on to something, it makes it worse than if you just decide to just say, if I'm thinking about leaving, I'm just going to leave. And then if I, take a little bit time off, I'll have time to think about things. I'll go back, as opposed to staying in something and not leaving and then making it worse with your thoughts and resentment. So you have an energy here of you're moving closer or moving on and being pulled towards a spiritual union. I've got emotional withdrawal. So you must be really pulling away. And this is also the card of moving on and ready to go and go on a little trip of self-discovery. You feel distant, disconnected maybe. All right. So you kind of feel disconnected, and I see you have up against obstacles and choices. All right. You've got a lot of decisions, the Two of Wands to make. But as soon as you decide to make a decision, we got the Eight of Wands. You see things are going to kick into gear for you and move forward. Things are going to pick up speed. Wish granted. You also have the third eye and you have intuition right here. And so this is just advice, really working with your third eye, connecting, asking for guidance, asking for the pathway to be shown. If you're at the Two of Wands energy and you feel like you don't know which way to go, just ask for guidance and the doorway will open up for you. You know, the choice, the spirit will help you decide which way to go. But you're getting packing up. I'm getting this packing up, and I honestly don't know what's going on. I haven't read your email yet. But I see passion and I see feeling excited again, or feeling revved up and feeling like you are, things are moving again and you have a purpose. Right. Otherwise, you've got a lot of feelings of sadness and you've got spiritual strength here. You're really holding yourself together, is what the cards are saying. Like, I don't know if this is true for you, but it's showing that you're really doing a good job of separating your feelings from other people in reality. You get strong spiritual strength here, which is, you're being pulled, your own answer, because you have the intuition card. So that's what I've got for you. Listen to Shake It Out by Florence and the Machines. You got to remind me of that. Like, I keep forgetting. I have nowhere to, I don't have my stuff. I'm going to forget. Let me put it in my text. Hold on. It's Florence. Florence and the Machines. All right, I got it. All right. And all right, so I did Gail. No, I'm doing Kelly now. And then if Alyssa, if you have a question you want, you can be after Kelly. So I have Kelly and then Alyssa, and then I'm going to call it. And I'll be back on schedule this week, guys. I promise. Before everybody, if I screw this whole channel up, I will be back on, I've got to manifest more consistency. That's my problem. It's hard being on the road and living a life like I do and trying to maintain complete consistency all the time. All right. This one's for you, Kelly. My boyfriend been cheating on me, and the reason is he's trying to break up with me and start all the fights. All right. So when we get to these kind of questions, Kelly, I wouldn't be doing tarot if I hadn't seen across the board that the cards say what needs to be said or has shown up to be true in a lot of ways. But with that being said, it doesn't mean that it's always right. If you have a strong, dominant feeling that this is true, it's most likely going to show up in the cards. That's how we manifest too. If we believe something to be strongly true, it will show up for us. We will manifest it. Your intuition, your higher self knows the answer already. These cards are just here to maybe validate what is going on in your head. All right. So I need you to know that if it comes up and it's an answer that you're not wanting to hear, do the homework before you jump ship. And, like I said, you know what I mean? I've had great results, which is why I'll do this and why I do it live. Otherwise, I wouldn't take the chance or obviously do that to anybody. But I do want you to know that there's always a chance. And if you have a real strong dominant thought, it may manifest in the tarot reading. But with that being said, anybody that's confusing you is being wishy-washy anyways. They're not being honest with you. And I'm saying that as a friend, saying that as a tarot reader up here on YouTube. I mean, you don't have to be my friend. I'm saying like what I would say to a friend. If anybody makes you feel confused or uneasy when you leave a situation, whether it's a text, whether it's a phone call, whether it's in person, there's gaslighting and there's game playing and there's things like that going on. And that's a red flag. So that's something, even if this person is not cheating on you, there is something that doesn't fit or feel right to you, and that is something that you need to figure out what it is, and if you really want to tolerate that. Has your boyfriend been cheating on you, and is this the reason he is trying to break up with me and start all the fights? All right, I've got 5 of Cups and I got the 4 of Swords. So I do see some sort of grief here or loss or separation happening. So there is that kind of an energy. I do have the 9 of Cups. Let me see. I got the 7 of Cups. So I am seeing somebody being sort of deceptive and selfish and fulfilling their own desires. All right. So there is a possibility here. And I do see deception, conflict, and defeat, 5 of Swords. So I am seeing taking a step back here, the 4 of Swords, clearing your head, giving yourself a little bit of space to see things clearly. They could be that you got the 5s here. So there could be a change in their feelings or emotions towards the situation. The 5 of Cups can show a separation or a grieving or a loss coming in. So they could be desiring to. All right. So this could be that they desire and they are deceptive and they are playing games with you. They are playing head games. They are frustrating. They create conflict. They deceive you with words. They stress you out. But we've got the 7 of Swords and the 5 of Swords here and the 4 of Swords. And the 9 of Cups here with the 7 of Swords is somebody who is deceiving you for their own selfish needs. All right. It doesn't show that they've taken action yet. Okay. That is for sure. It doesn't show that they've taken action yet, but it could be that they just put their needs first. And if they're not cheating on you, they either like to stress you out, frustrate you, play games with you, overwhelm you, lie to you. And it's a very selfish, self-fulfilling type of energy. Okay. So I'm not seeing another lover here, but there could be a desire to, or somebody's thinking about it, or selfish enough to do it. All right. So that's what I've got for you. All right. Yeah, I will be, Jamie, I'll be back on. I've been traveling all week and I came on just to kind of show my face, and not a lot of people were here at first. So I decided to close down early, and it would be just better if I do one more and then I end it. I'll be refreshed for this week and I will be back on Monday. Yeah. So do your homework first, Kelly, before you jump the gun though. All right, Alyssa, did you have another question? You're welcome, Kelly. Thank you, Dean. Yeah, guys, remember to set your notifications. I've been changing time zones again and traveling across country. Every time I make a move and try and live my life, YouTube, messes with my channel and the times, and people don't know when I'm on. And I'm going to blame it on YouTube, even though it might not be that. But just remember to set your notifications. If somebody won't let you near his phone or anything, I was just watching a thing on guys that cheat last night, just because I watch all kinds of shit, right? And there is signs. If my boyfriend didn't let me see his phone, and first of all, I don't even dig through phones. I don't give a shit. My phone, the only reason why it's on me half the time is because of this channel. I'd rather not talk to people. I'm kind of that way. But if I pick up my boyfriend's phone and he were to act funny, and if I were to look at it, none of my boyfriends have ever had a problem with that. I'm not looking for anything, and so I have no reason to look for anything, and so there should be no reason I can't pick up your phone for whatever reason, even though I normally don't need to. But that's a red flag. That's a red flag. And when I sense that somebody is like that, or somebody has a second phone, and I've seen people do that too, that's a hell no. That's a big hell no for me. If you have a second phone, get off my yard. Get out of here. Get out of here. What do you need a second phone for? What do you need all these apps for? I'm so old school. Like, what do you need all these apps for? Are you that cool? Are you that famous? You got that many friends? You got to be real with yourself. You got to be real with yourself. I'm gonna keep repeating myself. Look at that. I'm gonna smack myself in the face. I obviously need to go. I got a glitch or something going on. I'm repeating it. Yeah. Kelly, you've got to look at the red flags, and you're allowing things, and maybe it hasn't happened yet. All right. Maybe it hasn't happened yet, but you're already saying okay to the things that lead up to it. He keeps taking an inch. I mean, what is it? You give an inch, they take a mile. You keep giving an inch and they take a mile. Like, you keep opening the door, I've never dated a lady who didn't pick up my phone early on, but I just let them because it's work and friends from yeah. Like, I don't need to give me your phone so I can scan your phone. I wouldn't like anybody doing that to me either, but I can tell if somebody's hiding their phone. Get the hell out of here. If you need to take your phone to the bathroom when if we're living together or we're dating and you need to take your phone with you everywhere you go, I'll be like, "That's a little weird." I've never had anybody I date, they just leave their phone wherever it is, but they don't they there should be that level of trust. Yeah, I don't know. You gotta take a look at that. I can't decide for you, Kelly. I cannot tell you, um yeah, you already know the answers. Yeah, unless look at that. Listen to Nas right there. Unless that boy is Rihanna who has a media phone and a private phone, he's a messy one. He's not even Rihanna level. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even have 2 phones. And I have social media and I do this channel and I do know a lot of people from traveling. Like, I do know a lot of people. I don't have 2 phones. I mean, maybe I should, um, but I don't think I would personally, I would not do that to somebody, especially in this day and age. Shut up. In this day and age, right now, there's too much iffiness out there that if you're not completely open with the person you're with, you know that's a number one, like, you know that triggers people. You gotta trust the red flags and trust your intuition, is all I'm saying. I'm sending love and I hope everything works out for you. I really do. But they're just, it's not like 1 or 2 people have these red flags and the statistics are based off 1 or 2 people. These are red flags that people have done, huge studies on, and there's just so many red flags when you've got somebody who's cheating on you or somebody you can't trust or somebody who's a liar. Because he doesn't care enough to see your phone. Yeah, I would let this one go. There's, you ever think yeah. Kelly, I know this is probably a really rough time for you right now, with this happen. Um, but at this time, like, you just gotta it just happened, it's fresh. So there's nothing that you've gotta just let this kinda let them that's probably the biggest favor, biggest blessing that ever happened to you. And I know it's really hard. The 5 of Cups is really grieving right now, and that came up for you. And there's nothing, in these moments. Do you guys have kids together? It sounds to me, I'm not a therapist, Kelly. I'm not a therapist at all. I'm far from it. I'm just a manifesting coach and a tarot reader, and I have my own life experiences. But what it sounds like is that you've been in a relationship where you've been gaslit for a very long time. And and when somebody makes you out to be a horrible person, it's usually, or you feel like you're a horrible person, it's usually gaslighting, you know? And I don't have all the information for you on that kind of stuff, and it's not my place to really talk about it. But my opinion is this is probably the best thing for you is letting them go. Yeah, expediter Dean. Most men wouldn't. Most real men who are really looking for a relationship or being honest in a relationship wouldn't most likely give off the vibe that they were hiding something, and would probably talk to you about it if you were insecure about it, and would probably want to get to the bottom of it, because it would be a red flag for them, for you, if a woman was so jealous or feeling like something, you know. So there would be a rooted issue there, and a normal person or normal people would want to be like, hey, what's going on here, you know? um but he won't do that because it's not in his best favor, his best interest. All right, guys. Kelly, I'm sending you, as much love as I can right now, and I hope it works out well for you. I think you're moving I think this is the best turn of events ever. And I suggest, if you have any good people around you, good friends around you, people that you can talk to, be with today, so that you can have somebody with a rational, clear mind talk with you, and so that you're not, staying in your head about the whole situation. But I do got to sign off, guys. I'm going to sign off and see my family, and I will be back on live Wednesday, and I'll have the personal reads done this week on time, and then my schedule. All right, you're welcome. And I'm sorry about today, but I feel like it's probably one of the best things that's happened. Maybe you'll move in a different direction now, and somebody better will come into your life. Good luck. And thanks, guys. Thanks for being supportive. And I'll talk to you guys soon.